to the Undisputed podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Isiah Thomas continued to not hold back when talking about Michael Jordan. He was making an appearance on the podcast All the Smoke. Thomas said, quote, "You got on national television and you called me an a-hole. Then you said you hated me. You said that on national television. Now, if you didn't mean it, get on national television and apologize for it. If you meant it, let it ride as it is." Shannon, what do you make of this ongoing feud between these two?
Skip, I like Zeke. Zeke was one of the first guests when I started my podcast. He's one of the first guests that I had on. I know him a little bit off the court, and he's great talking basketball. He'll talk football. He'll talk life with you. He's really a great guy. I like Zeke. But Zeke, you got to let this ride, bro. You talk about if he didn't mean it. He meant it. That's why he said it. What he said about you is how he felt about you, Zeke. You're not going to get no apology. Michael Jordan will be on his deathbed. He ain't apologizing.
No.
And so just let it ride, Zeke. What you did, you got denied an opportunity to play in the Olympics in '80 because the U.S. boycotted. Mm-hmm. The Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. Jimmy Carter said no. Yep. And then the opportunity in '92, and the powers that be said no.
Yeah.
You're an NCAA champion. You're a two-time NBA champion. You're a Finals MVP. Mm-hmm. You're a top 50 player. You're a top 75 player. Mm-hmm. Skip, you got to let this go. Michael is moving on with his life. Yeah. Michael say what he says. Michael don't care. I know enough about him to know he doesn't care. And at this point now, Skip, and I been around him a little bit, Skip, so I don't really know him. He's the only man that every person I've been around that has an aura. He doesn't seems like he's levitating. But Skip, at this point in time in his career now, Michael Jordan is beyond reproach in a lot of people's eyes. He can do no wrong. The man punched Steve Kerr in his eye, and the people are like, well, Steve couldn't see eye to eye anyway. So when Michael punched him, he could see eye to eye now. And that's the way it is, Skip, because he's 6 for 6. Every time he's 6 for 6, he got 6 championships with 6 Finals MVPs. Yep. That's how people look at him. Mm-hmm. Zeke, bro, just let it go. Guys get worried about Michael said this or Michael said that. Is it good or bad? And guess what they're going to say? Man, that's just Michael Jordan. You know how he is. You know what he said. Yep. The man took his Hall of Fame speech to basically dump water. I'm saying dump water, but you know what he did.
He did.
On everybody. Skip, normally that's the time you reflect. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my high school coach. Mm-hmm. I want to thank this person for being
Jerry Krause was at the head of that list.
This man took that opportunity. Mm-hmm. So, yep. Skip, this is who he is. Isiah, you ain't going to get no apology.
No.
So just let it ride, and I wouldn't even mention Michael Jordan's name again.
Okay. I also know Isiah fairly well. I like the heck out of him. Mm-hmm. I believe in him. I've spent enough time around him. He has high basketball knowledge. He has high life knowledge. He's had his issues. We know him. We've all had our issues.
Right.
Okay. But the point is, this is tricky for me because I'm with you. I don't want to condemn Isiah, but in the end, he can't win this one.
No.
You can argue that maybe he wants to keep it alive because he actually enjoys it. He enjoys the sparring, and it kind of keeps Isiah up afloat and keeps him more relevant. You can make that case. But what happened at the heart of this was Isiah Thomas was born and raised on the south side of Chicago. And not the
west side.
West side. I didn't mean the south side. West side. The south side. And that was his city.
Yes.
And he owned it, and he should have owned it because he was something coming out of there.
Yes.
So he goes to Indiana, and he wins a championship, and then, you know, the rest of the story with the bad boy Pistons. And it should still be his town. It's not.
No.
Because this kid from Wilmington, North Carolina came in there, and that was the end of that deal. Because 6 for 6 was 6 MVPs.
Yes.
You can't fight it.
Skip, he had taken over the city even before he got to the championship because of what he was doing. I mean, he averaged 28 points as a rookie, and then the shoe dropped shortly after that. Skip, and it was over.
It's over. Isiah can't go home and say, I own. Nope, you don't.
Isiah who? Because everybody, Skip, like you said, his neighborhood, everybody that could was Bull fans now. Everybody had the Jordan 1.
Yeah.
The OG shoe. So now you're like, well, damn, bro, I'm from the hood. I'm from the neighborhood. This is my stomping ground.
No, you are. No. Okay, so you say Michael can do no wrong. I think people have actually embraced the fact that Michael Jordan is dare I say, an a-hole.
Yes.
He is natural born because that's what powered him.
Yeah.
He is as cold-blooded a basketball killer as you will ever know.
Right.
That's who he was and who he still is.
Right.
He's not going to back off. He's not going to give it up. He thrives on this. And for Isiah to say, okay, you should apologize for it or let it ride. I think it's going to ride. No, it's going to ride to the deathbed on both their parts.
Yes.
And yet, let's flip the script here. Okay, if this were somehow LeBron involved with somebody in some ongoing beef or feud, you'd say, come on, LeBron, give it up. Because we all look at LeBron like, you're a decent guy. You know, you're a good guy. You're the face of the league. And you do want to be liked by everybody. And you are liked by everybody. Your rivals like you. Nobody hates LeBron James that I know of. Maybe somebody out there does. But you would expect more of LeBron. You would be asking LeBron in a similar situation, maybe you should forgive and forget. Give him a little bit of break because you're so much better than this guy.
But you think that would be more LeBron's personality than, say, Jordan. Yeah. It's kind of Skip. Everybody, for the most part, 80% of the people love Charles Barkley. But when he brings up, they say, Charles, let it go. Man, Mike ain't going to invite you to no more golf tournaments. You're not coming to no parties. Mike is gone. So just let it go. Mike is who he, Skip, you know what it is? When people do things, and I'm not saying he's like this, but when President Trump would do something, what they say? Oh, that's just him. Michael, that's just Michael. Okay. That's who he,
well, a lot of times you say that's just Charles. He says whatever he says. But hey.
That's who he is.
Charles is clearly still hurt by the fact that one of his best friends turned on him because Charles, in Jordan's eyes, turned on him.
Right. He just critiqued him and says, I just think you have people around you that doesn't have your best interest as far as football and basketball.
What Charles said was 1,000% accurate and correct.
Yes.
And yet you can't.
I'm trying to figure out, when has Jordan ever apologized? I don't know. Maybe behind the scenes he's apologized to somebody, but I haven't heard no public apology. No. So I don't think Isiah should hold his breath or hold out hope that, you know what, Mike one day going to apologize. I don't see it happening. Now, hopefully I'm wrong, Skip, but I just don't see it.
You're not wrong.
I don't see it.
Isiah just needs to keep this moving.
Yeah, I'd have been gave this up.
Yeah, I think so. Speaking of keeping it moving, here on the show next, I need your take on if we are ever going to see Ben Simmons return to form. That's coming up right here on Undisputed.